And how apt it is that it's all happening in Women's Month. Speaking of Women's Month, it is upon us, and different sections of this country will be celebrating the month in style. A very good evening to you, ladies, and a very happy Women's Month. Let's start with you, Sanele. There's so much that is happening just in terms of activities around this month. What do we have in store in this month of Imbokodo?
Yeah, thanks so much for having us, Xoli. Really appreciate the opportunity. So for the Zodwa Khoza Foundation, one of the cornerstones of our programs and of our existence really is the empowerment of women. I think that starts with giving them a purpose from a young age, and that's where we cue in sports. So what we do is we facilitate, local talent in the Soweto area. And for this month, it's no different than any other month. We're obviously showcasing talent of the youth around the Soweto community. And on the 19th of August, we obviously have our Zodwa Khoza Cup. It's inaugural for us. We will be showing or showcasing talent in netball and in football. And we'll be using our facility in the Diepkloof area. But the competition is open for girls from across the Soweto area. And yeah, we're excited for that day.
Oh, it sounds very exciting. We are going to be unpacking just the plans surrounding that. Anelisa, when we also talk about the Inc. Foundation, a lot of people don't actually know that it stands for different parts of the areas in KZN. Let's unpack that and just the work that is surrounding the Inc. Foundation.
Sure. Thank you for having us. Inc., where do I start? Combination of Intuzuma. Inanda, Nduzuma, and KwaMashu. Okay. Combination, surrounding areas, wanting to bring in economic development, wanting to bring in township tourism, wanting to bring in development within the KwaMashu region, which is the north of Durban.
All right.
Yeah.
And I know some of the activities that are quite popular there are the likes of aerobics,
That's right.
For instance. Let's unpack that and just what the community gravitate towards.
Sure. So it's not only just aerobics, and by the way, with the aerobics, it's a combination of all ages. So this includes also your senior citizens and your grannies, which they come in numbers and they get so excited about the event.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we curate by bringing in your netball as well as your soccer. And this time around, of course, it will be centered around women as we celebrate Women's Month. And that's pretty much what we want to do. We want to just bring in the women together as Imbokodo, as you would put it, and just make a day of it.
And I want us to talk about the importance, of the Zodwa Khoza Foundation also having these activities, particularly in the month of August, in Women's Month, and just the selection of, netball and football, soccer as the prime sporting codes. How did you get to that?
I think, the Zodwa Khoza Foundation being named after Zodwa Khoza, who was a pioneer of females or women in sport, and who pioneered, the leadership of women in the beautiful game. It would be remiss of us to not, explore that arena. So, in terms of keeping her legacy alive, football had to be the front runner of the sporting codes that we do explore. Obviously, a lot of girl children find expression in netball, and obviously with the South African netball team doing so well so far, we also want to hone that talent at a grassroots level to ensure that, we're also contributing to our national teams and stuff. So I think in terms of looking at the different sporting codes, we do want to expand through different partnerships, but for now we do want to focus on what we have a full pool of. We do have a lot of talent within those two sporting codes as it is. So we do want to make it a day of fun. Like my colleague said, just ensuring that we bring the community together. And, football is the greatest unifier in our nation. So I think that's where we can start. And with netball, it's a no-brainer for us.
Are the age groups also quite varied, in terms of going all the way to the seniors as well?
Yeah, for sure. So we start, For the Zodwa Khoza Cup, obviously that one is going to be for under 15s and under 17s. Okay. We do also have granny teams who play football. They're very, very active. We have a lot of active grannies. I'm sure you can attest to that too. And you know, it's a great arena, and it's a great industry to be in. More especially because you can see like that amalgamation of the young and the older coming together and just enjoying the sport.
I really do love that our senior citizens haven't been left out, you know, because not only do they bring the energy, but they're also bringing the wisdom through, you know. Just in terms of the experience of the Ink Games, how long has that been around for, you know, and just in terms of like historically, what have you seen has been your greatest achievements in having the Ink Experience Games?
Sure. I'd probably say started off in 2016, and I mean this has started off as just simple games, bringing in the community in a small little ground, and it grew because of what it represented and the brand, of course, and what Inkasi represents up until now in 2026. So from 2016 up until now, we have grown in leaps, we've grown in numbers. We've had, again, all ages come through, from the ages probably of 5 even to our senior citizens. But also we make a day of it, of course, also for the toddlers and the children, because we do make it a family day. We do want to include the entire community where we can all just engage and find ways as well to uplift each other.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And maybe just as a parting shot, because we are now running out of time, are the youngsters even aware of the indoor sport facility, just in terms of how it came about? You know, when you look at the Dutch Amsterdam legend, you know, Edwin, who really had a strong hand in that, are they aware of this?
I mean, look, the facility that we got from the KwaMashu Foundation was incredible. Obviously, it stands out in terms of the colors and just the vibrancy it brings, and it looks very different to our other five-a-side facilities, which are also really top class. But I think that one they were most excited for. I think all of us, including young kids and older people, I think we all enjoy looking at new things. Yeah. But, you know, it's partnerships like that, including our partnership with, you know, our family through the Orlando Pirates Football Club, Adidas, and other partners that we partner with on an ongoing basis. Those are the partnerships that ensure that we're able to continue the work that we do, and ensure that we continue putting smiles on faces. You know, for this month, even on the 19th, when we have the Zodwa Khoza Cup, it is Zo's birthday. And that's why we have it on that day, just to, you know, commemorate her legacy and ensure that we're ensuring that we have her legacy at the forefront as the pioneer in sports as a woman. So for the kids, it's a great day of fun. For them to play on world-class facilities is even an added bonus. And yeah, we hope to see everyone there.
Oh, 19th August, definitely penning that in. And you're doing such incredible work and making sure that Zodwa's name really is still spoken about and will outlive all of us. Quickly, the importance of bringing together Inanda and Uzuma and KwaMashu.
It is important. It is important to stick together as women. It is important to remember where we come from, for those of us who come from Umlando of KwaMashu. It is important for us to remember that, yeah, where we've come from is just women in general, in the history of women. And I believe the late, great Winnie Mandela would probably be proud. She'd probably even come through to one of our games. Oh. So I believe this is quite a pivotal month. And
Absolutely.
We're excited.
Oh, beautifully put. Very excited about Women's Month and, of course, all of the sport that we'll be witnessing. Thank you so much to Sanele Ngwenya from the Zodwa Khoza Foundation in Soweto, and, of course, Anelisa Ngwenya from the Ink Experience in KwaMashu. We'll leave it there for now from the sports desk. The full view will continue shortly after this.